Cathy Cassidy, and I'm here to read you your daily chapter from Scarlett. And I'm outside today, so I'm really hoping I don't get dive bombed by seagulls or anything, but you never know. I had some shout outs to do today, and they are to Victoria, Nicola and her daughter, I think, Elizabeth, Hilary, Sheena, Jan, Di, Francesca and Amy, Ali and Holly, Natalie, Sophie, Kiki, and Craig, and anybody else who's watching along and I've forgotten to mention. But yeah, it's really nice to know that you're joining in and watching and listening, and I hope it gives you a little bit of escapism in your kind of lockdown day. So today I'm going to read you chapter 10, and we left the story at a really dramatic and kind of mysterious point yesterday, where Scarlett sees a horse riding along the side of the loch with a rider, and the rider is a boy. And so who's this new character going to be? So here we go, chapter 10. Of course, a boy from the loch could look right into my soul and turn it inside out. He wouldn't need to ask questions. He'd just pull up beside me on his big black horse, and we'd gallop into the water, splashing through the shallows and out towards the silver-pink horizon. That doesn't happen. When he says, "I've been looking for you," I snarl right back with, "Yeah, well, looks like you found me now." He raises one eyebrow, just a fraction, and I cover my mouth with my hands so nothing else mean and spiky can leak out. "You're the English girl," the boy says. "Half of Killimore's talking about you. Figured you'd be halfway to the airport by now." I shrug. "I'm heading for Dublin." "So," he says, "you're going in the wrong direction." The black horse wheels around a little, scuffing up the mud. "You must have walked 6 or 7 miles over the hills," the boy tells me. "You're on Loch Coyle, not far from your dad's place." No way. My cheeks burn until I guess they are about as red as my hair. "Did you hurt yourself?" he asks, looking at my swollen ankle. "What happened to your shoes?" "Lost them." The corners of his mouth twitch into a smile. "Don't tell me. Red stilettos?" "Funny. Red wedge heels, actually, with ribbon ties." Ah, much more sensible, obviously. His eyes flicker up to the leaves above my head, where one sandal still hangs from a branch, spinning slightly. "You found the wishing tree, then? Most people tie on rags or scarves, not sandals." "Wishing tree?" I echo. "What's that?" "This tree," the boy says, wheeling the black horse around in a circle. "The old hazel that marks the spring, the holy well. The water has healing properties, and people come and tie on cloth to the branches to ask for a wish, a prayer, a favour. It's either very holy or very magical, depending on who you believe." "I don't believe any of it," I say coldly. "It's rubbish." "Sure," the boy laughs. "Don't tell me you've never made a wish." "Wishes are for losers," I say. "No, wishes are for dreamers," the boy corrects me. "My name's Kian, and the horse is Midnight. I'm guessing that you're Scarlett, right?" "Maybe," I reply carelessly. Red hair, fluffy bag, a scowl that could turn milk sour. Kian considers. "Yeah, you're Scarlett. Want a lift back to your dad's?" I look at him carefully. He can't be much older than me. 13, 14 at most. His eyes are darker than the loch, though. His grin is wide and lazy, and his accent dips softly like a whispered song. I love the sound of his name, Kian, soft and lilting. There's something strong about him, something cool. He peers at me through a tangle of black, jaw-length hair. "So, you wanted a lift or not?" "Not back to Dad's," I say. "How about Dublin?" He looks back at me steadily, his lips twitching into a smile. "You're joking, right?" Do I look like I'm joking? I get to my feet, trying for a don't care attitude, but my ankle gives way and I grab onto Midnight's bridle for support. I breathe in sweet hay and the thick, warm, treacly smell of horse, and somehow it reminds me of a little girl with big dreams and a shed load of wishes that didn't come true. Midnight pushes his nose against my neck, nuzzling gently. It tickles. Don't think you're running far on that ankle, Kian says. Better get it x-rayed. He wheels the horse round and I look for a saddle to grab onto, but there isn't one. Instead, he leans over and hauls me up in front of him like a sack of potatoes, and I wriggle and yelp and fold one leg over until I'm facing forward. It's way higher up than I imagined. Midnight sways dangerously beneath me, moving off along the path. I don't like this, I say. You'll be fine, Kian says. We'll go slowly. Relax. Dublin, then? I ask hopefully. Kian laughs. I don't think so. Not with that ankle and half the countryside out looking for you. Another time, okay? Yeah, right, I huff. The truth is, though, I don't even know where I am running to anymore. I take a deep breath in. Kian wraps his arms round me and buries his fingers in the horse's mane, and I see that his wrists are threaded with bracelets made of plaited leather, braided cotton, beads. We turn away from the twilit loch at a slow walk. Midnight knows the forest paths, picking his way through the undergrowth while twiggy trees ruffle my hair and clutch at my legs. By the time we've pushed out through the trees and into the tiny lane, I'm leaning back against Kian, relaxed enough to let go of the tight knot of hurt that's been eating at my guts for days. The sound of Midnight's hooves on the road is just like a heartbeat. Your dad's cottage is just along the way, Kian says into my ear. All that walking, and I just found my way back here. Not Dublin? I ask Kian. Not tonight, Scarlett. When we get to the cottage, the dream is shattered. A weird kind of police car is parked outside in place of the Morris Traveller. Is that the police? I gulp. The Garda, Kian whispers, the Irish version. I told you your family were worried. No need to mention me, okay? Let them think you made your own way back. I'll see you around. Will you? I ask. Sure I will. As I slip down from Midnight's back, he reaches out and touches my hair so softly, so quickly, I wonder if I imagined it. Then he wheels Midnight round in the lane and heads into the shadows. As I push open the gate, the door opens and Holly runs down the path and into my arms. Scarlett, she squeals. I thought I'd heard something. We've been so worried. We thought you'd run away forever and ever. Well, I haven't, I mutter, obviously. Oh, Scarlett, I'm so glad you're back. She clings onto me so tightly I can barely breathe, which is kind of annoying, but not as bad as you'd imagine. It's nice to feel wanted. Scarlett, thank goodness, Claire says, smiling from the doorway, and Holly drags me forward towards the bright hallway. When I look over my shoulder, Kian and Midnight are gone, and there's nothing but the quiet clack-clack of hooves on the lane, fading into the distance. Once the Garda have gone, we are left alone in the cottage kitchen, Claire, Holly and me. Dad has been driving round the lanes in the Morris Traveller looking for me, but Claire called him on his mobile to tell him I was safe, and he's on his way back now, so I guess I have yet another round of questions to look forward to. Better call your mum too, Claire says. She's been worried sick. Scared I'd turn up in London again, more like, I huff. Scarlett, don't, says Claire, dialing the number, her face all sad and anxious. She offers the phone to me, but Mum is the very last person I want to speak to right now. It's far more entertaining to watch Claire tackle the woman who's hated her for so long, for so very long. Sarah, she begins, clearing her throat and twiddling her hair with one nervous hand. Yes, she's turned up quite safe. She walked from Killymore over the hills and along the loch. She was heading here all the time. Well, not exactly. I planned to walk to Knock or Dublin, or else gallop across the loch to a magical land where nobody is ever sad or lonely. If Claire wants to think I was heading for home. though that's fine. Why should I care? Yes, we'll talk to the school in the morning. I'm sure they'll understand. It's a big upheaval for her, Sarah, but she'll be fine. Don't worry. She's too tired to speak just now. I'll get her to call you tomorrow. Bye, Sarah. Just then, there's a noise like a tractor dragging a couple of dozen old tin cans in the driveway outside. There's Chris, Claire says. Thank goodness. I'll run you a bath, Scarlett, and then we'll get some dinner on. You must be starved. I manage a weak smile. I know she's just pretending to be kind, like that witch in the fairy tale who fattens up children before she cooks and eats them. I know I shouldn't trust her, but right now I'm too tired to fight back. Come on, love, she says, hustling Holly out of the room. Let's give Scarlett some time with her dad. I'm alone in the kitchen when Dad comes in, and when I see his face, there's a little stab of pleasure inside of me. You see, running away wasn't just about shaking the dust of Killimore National School off my red and pink wedge heels. It wasn't just about trying to make it back to London, to Mum. Maybe, deep down, all I really wanted to do was lash out, hurt Dad the way he's hurt me. And I've done it. So that's chapter 10 of Scarlett. I realise I've missed a couple of names off the shout out list for today, and those names are lovely Doreen and also my fabulous friend Helen, and hopefully there'll be some more shout outs tomorrow too. But thank you all for listening along. I hope that listening to a chapter a day of Scarlett's adventures is helping you to get through the lockdown thing. And yeah, hope the sunshine helps a little bit too. If you can, get out there and make the most of it. I'll see you tomorrow for another chapter. Thank you.